Yo, what's going on, guys? Today I'm doing a highly requested video. I'm going to be checking out Midnight. Midnight is a budget cheat for CS2. I've never used it before. I've heard really good things about it, so I thought might as well try it out. But before we can do that, hashtag ad time. This video is sponsored by Lmarket.fr. Lmarket is a huge reselling store that sells an abundance of cheats for different games, such as Counter-Strike 2, Valorant, Roblox, Rainbow Six Siege, and a bunch more. They do worldwide service and have one of the best support teams in the business. They also have plenty of different payment methods such as credit card, PayPal, crypto, PaySafe card, Cash App, mobile pay, and whatever this is. I'm not even gonna try. They've also kindly sponsored the sub in this video today. If you guys are looking for a reseller, check out lmarket.fr. But with that being said, thank you to Lmarket for sponsoring this video. Let's get back into it. So Midnight is a legit and semi-rage cheat, and it is very budget friendly. It's only 5 USD a month if you buy it on Midnight's website, which only takes Russian payment methods. And then it's only $7 a month if you buy it from the sponsor of today's video, Lmarket. So honestly, you're getting a really good deal for a cheat that has a lot of features. But we're going to start bottom to top. We're going to start in the cloud section. They do have a cloud config system, which I like. Cloud config systems have always been cleaner, in my opinion. You can create your config, you can reload a config, you can do different listings of your configs as well. And then in here, you can rename your config, delete your config, or share your config. If you go ahead and you share your config, you can see down here, share code successful. That way you can share it with other people. That's about it for configs. Nothing too much going on there. Let's move on to the next tab, which is the inventory changer. And yes, this is an inventory changer. As you can see, the skins that I have on are in my inventory. So we have a few different options here. We can enable it right here, and we can enable lobby sync as well. If you want to add skins, just press add. There are a bunch of different categories that you can pick from. So let's just say we want to add a knife, and let's do a karambit, and we'll do a Doppler. So you go ahead, save that, and now it's right here. If we go to our loadout right here, we can replace it, and there we go. Now we have the karambit. It's really that simple. Clear all just clears all of the items from your inventory changer. I'm not going to click that. Just know it does that. And then reload reloads the inventory changer. And then again, you can list all of the items based on different things. Overall, the inventory changer, pretty clean, pretty sweet. They have the different collectibles, different stickers that you can get, patches, etc. They even have charms. But yeah, let's move on over to the movement tab, which is pretty bare bones right now, but it has a bunny hop, strafe helper, edge jump, and quick stop. And I believe all of these you're going to need to disable the trusted mode thing, which is right here, in order to use them, because these probably have some issues with VAC. So if you want to stay safe, legit cheating, I wouldn't recommend using these, but you can. They are there as an option. Moving on to main, we have the trusted mode. As I talked about before, some of the features are just locked behind this trusted mode. You have auto accept streaming mode, which I like a lot. Basically, this just means if you flip it on, all your visuals and everything like that will be eliminated from a stream if you're using a game capture. Third person, which you can also bind to a key. They have 3 different hit sounds: click, bell, and coin. This is click, this is bell, and this is coin. And then they also have kill sounds for each. So if I put on this kill sound, you can hear it right there. They have panic keys. So if you're cheating and you don't want somebody to know that you're cheating and they walk in, you can click on any of these keys. So this is the key for the menu. This is the key for the visuals. And this is the key for the inputs. And then you also have an unload button right here. Moving on to HUD. In main, we have aim target hitbox, aim recoil dot, aim FOV. So these are just helpful for general aimbot stuff. So you can see the hitbox that we'd be hitting right there. You can see the white dot if I go up and down across it. The circle in the middle is the FOV circle. That just shows if you're within the FOV of your aimbot. And then the aim recoil dot is just a red dot that comes up that shows you where your recoil is. Sniper crosshair just overrides the crosshair not being there when you're holding a sniper. So now you have a crosshair. You have binds list, spectators list, and then bomb info as well. You have a hit marker, and you can choose world or screen for that. In removals, we've got a few: smoke, flash, first person legs, occlusion, skip animation update, burst zoom, and scope overlay. And then you can also override the FOV, which is the camera FOV. Now we have the radar over here. You can enable it, and it looks just like this. You can also have it as the in-game radar instead. You can toggle show bomb and change the scale of it and the alpha of it. And then you can change all the colors for teammates, enemies, visible or invisible, and the bomb carrier. Moving on to view. Let's start in view model at the top. So these are just view model settings. You can see down here, now our gun is pink. And then you can also change the hands. And these have a ton of different cham types as well, as you can see. And you can also change the view model FOV and the view model XYZ. So you can make this look like whatever you'd like, pretty much. And they even have a role. So you can have a epic Steve view model. Moving on to world, they have night mode. Oh wow, that is green. So yeah, you can change the colors of everything. You can make it all moody, all dark like this if you want to. Check it out. You can also colorize impacts, colorize explosions, and colorize fire. Moving on to items. This is basically item ESP. We can start in items. So we can enable them. We can use chams. Let me drop this gun really quick. You can see that the chams are active. Again, you can change the cham type to whatever you'd like. And you can also have glow on top of that. And then you can drag and drop all of these elements onto the weapon as well. I don't know what a health bar is doing here. I'm going to be honest with you. Oh, that's an ammo bar. Never mind. You can have box, you know, name. You can have the weapon icon, ammo bar, distance from the weapon you are. In projectiles, it's exactly the same, except a lot more in detail because there's different types of projectiles. And then in C4, you can have the damage indicator on the C4 itself be HP left or bomb damage. You can have glow and chams as well. Moving on to players, this is where all of your ESP is for your actual players. So let's walk over here, line ourselves up. So let's go ahead and enable them. It has only visible as well. Not going to use that though. Off screen, you have your oof arrows. Those are these arrows right here. They're basically representing enemies off the screen, and you can change the radius of that as well. And you can change the color. You can also have sound ESP. So if one of these players is moving around, you can see that there's those little rings that come up from the sound, and you can see them through the walls. You can also have off-screen sounds, which just makes another circle. So what you could do is you could have the smaller one be off-screen sounds and the bigger one be the actual players. We also, of course, have chams. You can do visible and invisible chams, and you have all of the different types of chams. Dude, Bloom 2 is nuts. And of course, you have your color picker as well. You can pick whatever color you'd like. You can enable glow as well, and you can pick the color. And then you also have this ESP preview thing again, where you can just drag and drop everything that you would want or not want. And you can also click things away as well. You just double click on them and they go away. And it's the exact same thing for teammates. It's the exact same layout. Moving on to Aimbot, we've got a lot going on in Aimbot. First of all, let's start in the global section. You can enable the Aimbot here and set your keybind. You can have auto fire, auto stop, auto scope. This is disable Aimbot while flashed and through smoke as well. You can set a kill delay. I believe this is in milliseconds. You can set custom multi-points as well. Change your mouse lock percentage. Up here in TriggerBot, you can enable it with a keybind. You can also disable the TriggerBot while flashed or through smokes. And in recoil, you can change your x-axis, y-axis, smoothness of the recoil, and of course enable it, and you can also have return crosshair. Start bullet is when the actual RCS kicks in. Moving over to weapons, this is how they have it set up. I'm not too sure I enjoy this. I wish there were groupings and you had the option in those groupings to go into individual weapons rather than it just being individual weapons like this. So if we take a look at AUG, you can see we have the aimbot, you have the hitboxes, and you have ignore jump. You can change your FOV type to be static or dynamic, and you can have a consistent or a decreased smoothing type, auto fire hit chance as well. Down here in settings, we've got your FOV, your smoothing. This is all recoil related things. In TriggerBot, you can enable it, have all the hitboxes. You can change the type and you can also have it as only zoom. Change the hit chance of the trigger bot as well. You can add delay before and after the shot, and you can turn on auto wall and have a custom min damage. In delays, you can set the type of delay and the time of the delay. It also has its own section for auto wall and has its own section for P silent. Also in the top right, you can also change the language from English, Russian, or Chinese. And then the DPI scale is just the size of the menu. So I can make it really big or I can make it really small. And then they also have this little search bar at the top. You can search whatever you'd like. So overall, Midnight, I am impressed. I don't know why I took so long to look at this cheat, to be honest with you, but overall, this cheat is awesome, dude. And also for the price, it's hard to beat. It really is. It truly is hard to beat. You got great customization in aimbot and in visuals, inventory changer. You have movement features as well, although they are under the trusted mode thing, and a cloud config system. I mean, come on. This is pretty good. This is a pretty good cheat, I'm not gonna lie. And for anybody wondering, this right here is my config. If you guys want to try out my config, you can join my Discord with the link in the description below. Go get the sub roll, and all of my configs are in the subscription section of my Discord. But yeah, again, thank you to L Market for sponsoring the video. I appreciate every single one of you. Have an amazing day.